Since we don't often get snow in Texas, I guess I need to make my own snowflakes. So hang out here for a few minutes and see what I made my snowflakes from. So I picked up these really cute paper straws from the Dollar Tree, the red and black buffalo check. And my mom grabbed me these red and white fluffy mini pom-poms from Dollar General, and each one of these were $1. And I have my little pink mini glue gun ready to go. So I'm going to start with these mini pom-poms to make a little snowflake. So let's see how this turns out. So I've sorted out all of my white pom-poms and I've got my pink silicone mat here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and lay out my pom-poms to get an idea of exactly how many I need, where I need to place them, and you know, stuff like that. So my idea is that I'm going to put the hot glue on the silicone mat because it won't stick to it. And then I'll stick the pom-poms into the hot glue. And if you look up there in the left-hand corner, you'll see that little candy cane. That was my first experiment with trying this method out. I wasn't going to go through all this if it didn't work out. So I made my cute little red and white candy cane up there using this technique with hot gluing basically the shape onto the silicone mat, and then stuffing the little pom-poms into the hot glue. So here I've got my detail all arranged and just trying to figure out how I want it to look, make it a little more, you know, snowflakey. So I can go ahead and start since I have my layout. So I just lined these up straight in a line, and now I'm going to go ahead and lay down a line of hot glue. This is a mini glue gun and its trigger is not so, what's the word I'm looking for? You don't expel a lot of hot glue at once when you squeeze a trigger. It's a little bit at a time. So you have to, like, you know, click it more often to get the glue out. But it works fine. So I went ahead and after I laid down that hot glue, putting the pom-poms in the line, and just kind of rolled them onto that line of hot glue. And I'm going to do the same thing to assemble the rest of it. I'm just kind of like laying out my pom-poms adjacent to where I'm going to lay the glue, and then I can just like roll them onto the glue and add more glue where it's needed until I finish the entire snowflake, which I will speed up through to get to the end of that. So is everybody having a good Friday? I think I'm going to be live on Fabi's channel at Arrows DIY tonight, I think. I'll put in the description box. I'm recording this on the 8th, so I'm not entirely sure. So come and check out over there if I am live. But anyway, make sure to check out her channel. Yeah. It's going to be a fun time. I love Fridays. Who doesn't love Fridays, right? So this was super easy, and just let it cool off. And there it is. I can just peel this guy right off the mat. Now, I realized as I was peeling that I've got hair. I shed like I shed like crazy. So there's my hair and there's dog hair, you know. But I have some other little bits that maybe the glue was not quite right. So I can go ahead and fix that really quick. And to make sure it stays, I can just flip it back over on the silicone mat. And, you know, adding more glue. Making sure I've got all of my bases covered there. And then what I'm going to do... If you see right there directly to the left, I have a little Santa hat. rounding out the rest of my pom-poms and the lone white pom-pom that I had left. So I'm going to attach an ornament hanger, one of those green wire ornament hangers, to the back with hot glue and just turning them into ornaments for the tree. This would be a really fun, quick project to make with your little ones. You know, it's really cheap, really easy, just a lot of fun. And there it is, ready to go and hang on the tree. I'm taking part today in a really fun challenge called My Take on the Snowflake, and that's basically making snowflakes out of random stuff. And it's hosted by 6 kids and a glue gun, and the co-hosts for this challenge are Crafty Hints and Rustic and Lace DIY. I will have all of their links and the link to the playlist in the description box below. So make sure to go check all of that out, because there's going to be some real fun stuff, I'm sure. I'm sure there's lots of talented ladies in this playlist today. So let me get on to my last one. And here are my straws. I'm going to take a handful of these. I didn't measure a thing. I just eyeball everything. So I'm starting with one whole one. Okay, y'all, it's big. I don't know what I was thinking. I mean, it's cute at the end, but it's really big. So I'm cutting the straw in half. So what I'm gonna do, I'm getting, I guess, creative. I don't know. I'm taking these straws and I'm cutting them to fit in the places. Okay, so I've got one full, one long. I've got the cross one is cut in half. The 4 diagonal pieces are also cut in half. So I just pinched them to get a kind of like a miter corner. I'm sure the wood guys can comment and tell me what word I'm looking for, because I can't think of it, but basically making a is it 30-degree cut? 30 or 45 degrees. So it comes to a point. But if you pinch the ends of the straw, it comes to a point. And I can glue that point in that 90-degree angle for the horizontal and the vertical bars of the snowflake. I know it sounds more complicated than I'm terrible explaining things. I told you guys this. I'm trying. So just pinching those ends together and then hot gluing. I'm hot gluing everything. And this is where that tiny little glue gun comes in handy, because I can just make little itty bitty dabs of hot glue where I want them to be. And it did shift around on me a bit, but once I got it into the position that I wanted, I just let it go. And I just let it go and you know, let the hot glue cure up. And I'm really trying to refrain from breaking into song, because yeah, it's snow and Frozen and Let It Go, and Charlie, my grandson, loves those movies. He likes music, okay, and any of the Disney movies that are music heavy, he loves them, and he loves when I sing along with. So it's been a lot of Frozen up in here lately. And it's one of my favorites too, so I sing it all the time. I don't know. Maybe at 1,000 subscribers, you guys will hear me sing on a video. Hit the subscribe button if you want to hear me sing in a video. Anyway, so I'm just going to go ahead and go on with this and get these glued together. And for the little words, little cross pieces, maybe I should just cut to it and show you. Yes, here. So once I figure out how long I want them to be, I am cutting them on the angle. And they're not all perfect. Again, I didn't measure a thing. I'm just kind of eyeballing, like I'm counting the little squares, right? The little checks to see how long I want them. And trying to cut at the same angle, which having those actually being squares going around, it actually worked out because I could cut like from top to bottom at an angle, you know? So I would get tried to get the same angle every time. I just wanted it to be close, you know? This isn't, the whole point of this challenge is making snowflakes out of the most random things. And what's more random than paper straws and fuzzy pom-poms? Which is why I jumped at this challenge. I was like, oh, that's going to be fun. I know exactly what I want to do. I mean, my next one was going to be craft sticks, but I think that's going to be done. So I thought I would try something a little different. So I'm just going ahead and gluing around. And I mean, it's cute, right? I think it is. So here I am. I'm trying to figure out if I'm going to put the same kind of ornament hanger on there. And I wanted to come up with a solution to hide that glob in the center with the glue. So I'm using these wired pine, they're giant twist ties basically. Well, not giant, but they're big twist ties, but they look like the pine garland. And these are from the Dollar Tree. And excuse me, and they're probably like, what, about 6 inches long, something like that. So I'm just going to kind of crisscross it, loop it through around the center of this snowflake to hide that glue glob. Y'all, I'm a hot mess tonight. And so I'm going to do that, and then I can just bend that over into its own hook and boom, done. So it adds a little splash of green, and if it's hanging on the tree, it can look like the snowflake is in the tree. And I can jazz it up a little bit. And I thought about putting one of these glittery ornaments in the center, but it's just too big. So I'm going to grab some little berries. Mistletoe. Okay, yeah, I have a little berries. I didn't use the mistletoe. I'm looking at it. I just pulled it off my tree to look at it ahead of the video. There we go. I think it's gonna I think it turns out cute. You guys let me know in the comments what you think of this. Was it a good idea? Did it come together? I like it, but you guys let me know. So I just stuck that little tiny sprig, and that came from a Dollar Tree pick. There are none left now. I looked tonight, actually. I was at Dollar Tree, and they had nothing. But that's it. It's got, a little splash of green, another little splash of red, the red, black buffalo check. Very on trend. And here it is on my faux boxwood tree in my craft room. You guys let me know. Do you like it? Don't forget to check out the rest of the playlist. That link and the links to my host and co-host are in my description box below. Make sure to spread the YouTubey goodness. Like, comment, and subscribe to everybody in the playlist. And while you're at it, go ahead and hit that subscribe button for me too. Maybe you'll hear me sing at 1,000 subscribers. Thank y'all so much for watching. Take care now. Bye.